Hello and welcome to the new episode of Sports Mongolia. Today our guest will meet with the young promising taekwondo athlete Tumenbayar Molom. On the road to Tokyo, we'll introduce a street sport which has been adapted for the Summer Olympic Games in only 7 years. And in the last segment, we'll tell you about an athlete who has conquered the Japanese Sumo World. We'll tell you about first Mongolian Sumo champion, or known as Yokozuna, Dagvadorj Dolgorsuren. If you'd like to know more about Yokozuna Asashoryu, then stay tuned for more. Hello dear viewers, today on guest we have an athlete from Alter Sports Club. His name is Tumenbayar Molom. He's the International Master of Sports in Taekwondo. Please tell us about yourself.
My name is Tumenbayar Molom. I was born on the 26th of August 1994. I'm 25 years old.
Since when have you started practicing Taekwondo?
I started Taekwondo when I was little. I was probably about 8 years old, and I was playing outside and I saw some kids that were a little older than me, and they were practicing some awesome kicks. They were teaching kicks to each other, so I asked them what they were doing and how did they learn those moves. They told me that little kids shouldn't learn these things and that it's only for big kids. I wondered where they learned it, so I followed them in secret and I saw them going into a taekwondo club. I saw them training through the window, wearing white uniforms. After that, I decided that I wanted to learn taekwondo and met with the teacher and asked him if I can learn it too, and of course he said yes. From then on, I practiced taekwondo little by little. I learned about the technique and etiquette of taekwondo, and that is how I fell in love with this sport. This is when I started taking it more seriously.
Tell us about Taekwondo. What is necessary to practice Taekwondo?
In Taekwondo, legs are used a lot. You could say that it's basically a boxing with legs. Most points are scored with kicks, and punches are also used, but points are only scored when punching with certain techniques to the chest area. The difference from other sports, or you could say the unique quality of martial arts sports, for me would be the etiquettes. Taekwondo is all about respect. It is taught to all beginners. You learn respect for your teacher and senior students. After that, the fundamentals like the stance and kicking techniques are taught. I think that this is the unique aspect of all martial arts sports.
Please tell us about your achievements.
About my achievements. In 2014, I was the first athlete from Mongolia to win bronze medal in Taekwondo at the Incheon Asian Championships. You could say that I have accomplished most things first for Mongolian Taekwondo. The last big accomplishment would be the silver medal from the 2019 Summer Universiade in Napoli, Italy, in the 58-kilogram category.
Okay, so there are always people that help achieve success. So please tell us about them.
For a professional athlete, it is required to train at least 2 to 3 times every day. The help from the family and teacher is very much part of the sport. For example, an athlete could train harder if he or she doesn't have to worry about any family, and if the family could mentally support the athlete. It is important to have cooked meal when you get home, and Taekwondo is a sport with weight categories, so you have to eat accordingly. Meals must contain a lot of nutrients, and I am very fortunate to have such a family that can help with my diet so that I can train harder. They take it very seriously as well. Also, since I have told them what I would like to accomplish in the future, they have supported me in my dreams, so I have a good understanding with my family. I haven't practiced any other sports besides taekwondo, but sometimes during weekends I like to play a bit of basketball, soccer, or table tennis. Sometimes I have the urge to try something else for just a moment. Sometimes doing only one thing, day in and day out, can be repetitive and can be bad. That is why sometimes I like to play other sports just to refresh my mind.
Which countries are strong opponents in your opinion?
I have practiced in many tournaments. Taekwondo is a Korean martial art, so naturally Koreans are very good at it. Asians are also considered to be best in the world in Taekwondo, especially athletes from countries like Iran, Thailand, and South Korea are exceptional.
What is your this year's goal?
My nearest goal would be the Summer Olympics, to participate and to win a medal at the Games. I am training during the day and dreaming about it at night.
What are your future plans and goals?
In the future, I have a goal to train the next generation of taekwondo athletes and lead them into the right path. Of course, not every child will become a professional athlete, champion, or Olympic champion. Sport fundamentals are important for a child's development at an early age. Kids have a higher chance of accomplishing things in every field if they have an athlete's mindset. They will become more determined and will not give up easily if they practice martial arts. That is why I have a goal to train young people in the future.
Words for the future generation about kids that want to practice taekwondo. What would you tell them?
That is why I have a goal to train young people in the future to instill this discipline. I want to recommend everyone to try out taekwondo. It will be very interesting, and if you like it and have a passion for taekwondo, then be determined to give it a try.
Thank you for being on our show, and we want to wish you success and good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
On the road to Tokyo, we'll talk about 3x3 basketball and how it has impacted the Mongolian society and what Mongolian national team has accomplished so far. 3x3 basketball is an exciting and innovative sport. It developed from street basketball and is considered to be world's #1 urban team sport. In 2007, the International Basketball Federation formally adopted universal rules for 3x3 basketball ahead of its debut of the 2010 Youth Olympic Games in Singapore. Since 2012, FIBA has organized the FIBA 3x3 World Cup, which is contested among nations, while the FIBA 3x3 World Tour is club-based. In 2017, 3x3 was selected as an official Olympic sport for the Tokyo 2020 Games and is the first ever that a new Youth Olympic Games discipline is to be included in the Olympic program. As a result, in just 7 years, the sport has gone from the streets to the Olympic Games. Mongolia's spectacular success highlights 3x3's ability to grow in new frontiers. Previously, the country was better known for producing individual athletes before 3x3.
It looks like
The on-court success has made 3x3 players famous in Mongolia, especially the stars from Ulaanbaatar and MNC Energy, who became the first all-Asian squad to claim a FIBA 3x3 challenger when they won in Jeju, Korea. Back in 2017, the same players famously won gold for Mongolia at the FIBA 3x3 Asia Cup, and they won silver both in 2018 and 2019. Mongolia has also achieved success in the youth categories, bronze at the FIBA 3x3 Under-23 National Leagues and FIBA 3x3 Under-18 Asia Cup in 2018.
Good recovery underneath, but another miss. Minjin, up fake, step back.
Last year, for the first time in its history, Mongolian women's team has qualified for the Olympics in a team sport. Although the Mongolian men's team directly qualified for the Olympics together with Serbia, China and Russia, as the Japanese team is the host country, the Mongolian 3x3 men's team still has a chance to make it Tokyo at the upcoming two Olympic qualifying tournaments.
Releases it, missed it, good recovery underneath, but another miss. Minjin, up fake, step back, foot win! What a shot! Jisoo Berger beater! How did they do it? It's bananas in here right now. Look again, Minjin for the win. Mongolia give Germany their first loss. Taste the rainbow. Bitter this time for the Germans.
We have come a long way, and then it's such a joy that we, just think about, we can talk about being able to participate in Olympics game with the basketball team. So we're really excited for the opportunity, and then we're really working hard for it.
The first Mongolian sumo champion was Dagvadorj Dolgorsuren, who won the Japanese title back in 2003 and the fastest one. Better known by his sumo name Asashoryu Akinori, he has inspired many young Mongolians hoping to follow in his footsteps. Let's find out more about the champion. The first Mongolian sumo champion was Dolgorsuren Dagvadorj, who won the Japanese title back in 2003. Better known by his sumo name Asashoryu Akinori, he's inspired the steady flow of young Mongolians hoping to follow in his footsteps. Dagvadorj Dolgorsuren, also known as Asashoryu Akinori, was born on 27th of September 1980 in Ulaanbaatar. He was the 68th yokozuna in the history of the sport in Japan and became the first Mongolian to reach sumo's highest rank in January 2003. He was one of the most successful yokozunas ever. Asashoryu comes from an ethnic Mongolian family with a strong background in Mongolian wrestling, with his father and two of his elder brothers all have achieved high ranks in the sport. He also trained in judo in Mongolia. When he first went to Japan, it was as an exchange student, and he began to train with the sumo club at the school, going on to turn professional in 1999. It took Asashoryu only 23 tournaments from his professional debut to win his first top division title and the fastest ever. He would become the only sumo wrestler in history to win all 6 of the main tournaments in a single year. In January 2003, he won his second straight championship. Shortly after the tournament, Asashoryu was granted the title of yokozuna, the highest rank in sumo.
さあ優勝決定戦、奇跡の復活優勝なるか。左が入った、左四つ、右の手、肩越しだ、頭をつけ朝青龍、右の前回しを取った朝青龍がいい形を作りました。引きつけた、朝青龍やった、朝青龍やった、やり込み朝青龍奇跡の復活優勝。
4 years after his professional debut, Akinori was promoted to the rank of Yokozuna. He was the only active Yokozuna from 2003 to 2007.
隠しきれません。
になりますが、そこを春馬富士がこの朝青龍にどう立ち向かっていくか。
He has 25 career championships in top division, and he is ranked in 4th place on all-time list, behind only Hakuho, Taiho, and Chiyonofuji. Though 4th on the list of total tournament wins, he is widely seen as the greatest sumo wrestler of all time. There was no denying the arena buzzed with energy and excitement every time the Ulaanbaatar native set foot in the dohyo or sumo ring. He has inspired many young Mongolians hoping to follow in his footsteps.
張り出しの朝青龍、上手は慣れています。朝青龍が強引な技に来ればチャンスですが、外掛け、外掛け、半身をかばっているのか。確かにこの様子はですね、腰を痛めた時のですね、実に痛い黒星になった朝青龍。
So this is the end of our program. This was Sports Mongolia and I'm your host Taner Gambatar. We'll see you again in 2 weeks time. See you next time, stay healthy and be well everyone. Goodbye.